And of course my cats decided to start playing with this toy. But anyway, we already tried this once and it failed. But we got some music for you, so... We have a comment. Oh, there we go. 3 viewers. I was going to say, comment, no viewers. That makes no sense. Niebuhr first out again. Alright. We are live. This is Zenith Online Racing. This is Tier 2. I am Arbiga. Alongside me tonight, for his first time up in the booth, we have Sir Harry Hotspur. Welcome.
Thanks, glad to be up here. As electric chickens and the hottest of spurs.
Alright, I'm looking forward to it. Just checking the audio settings, make sure everything is good. Just gonna pop in the chat there, make sure everything is going okay. Alright, right now, I'm going to ride on board with Niebuhr because I think he will be the first one on a hot lap. He was the first out of the pits there, so I'll stay on board with him if you want to take us around Italy while I check on the stream here.
Yeah, so, Niebuhr coming around is, trying to... Okay, so as we got, my mic is really low, so let's see. Let me know, Fuzz, get the chance if this is sounding a little better. Okay, and back with Niebuhr. We got a yellow flag in section 2. And we got Niebuhr down into the scar. Ah, okay, we're still low on the mic. So we tried to set this up beforehand, and Big told me it was too high, so blame him. Big is muted, I don't know if you get it.
Biga is muted. I haven't been here the whole time.
We'll see if we clear the mic issues. Anyways, we got Niebuhr and a hot lap coming around. And I'll hand it over.
Mosser has retired? Is that what that said at the bottom there?
Yeah, we had a yellow flag in sector 2.
Okay.
He might have rubbed it.
Alright, let's get on board with somebody else here.
Oh, and Wolfsburg Tuner puts it into the wall coming out of Scary and has retired.
We'll never find him. It's like Pace Dogs on an out lap. Maybe we can ride on board with him and get a good hot lap now. Fuzz liked it better when I was muted, but you can hear me okay though. Just double checking, because I find the game audio very loud tonight in my headset, but as long as my mic sounds good, then I'm fine with that.
According to Jenna, Brian Mosser might have disconnected.
Oh, Mosser disconnected. I don't think I can get him an invite as the spectator. Do you think you can check? Harry is very low. I can hear Big O well, so I think you still need to bump it up again.
I will do that.
Maybe it was good before. Just crank it up.
Well.
Just crank it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it says...
Yeah, then you'll be too loud.
Okay.
Yeah, this looks like a pretty good lap from Pace Dog so far. He's heading down the back straight now, the DRS zone towards the Ascari chicane. It's a very tricky corner. A lot of people losing it here on Monday night. Pace Dogs does that really nicely, though. You got a lot of speed through there, so that's going to be really good for this final sector. Heading now down straight towards the Parabolica, and he swings it in. Oh, he's taking a little too much curb there, I think, but made it work.
All right, we are back. I hope I can give Fuzz his wish here. I'm not going to sing Mary Had a Little Lamb again for him, but...
we're not singing Mary Had a Little Lamb. But yeah, you sound much better now. I can hear you very clearly. It might be...
we are perfect.
Perfect. All right,
okay,
there we go.
Let's go.
All right.
Did you say Pace Dogs made a mistake there? He's got a little bit of a slow time on the board.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe earlier in the lap, I wasn't... I was only paying attention for like the final half of the lap, and it looked pretty good from what I saw, but obviously not good enough. Maybe I had a mistake early.
We've got Team Money on a flying lap if you want to jump on with him.
There we go. Just starting his lap here. Heading into Curva Grande. Tough little corner here. I spun here on Monday night right off the edge of this one right there. You see the car just wanting to step out even there with Team Money. It's just the setup here. It's great for most of the track, but a couple corners really catch you out if you're not careful.
Yeah, it does. The car is constantly on the edge with the low downforce. Makes it pretty difficult in some of these tight turns.
Yeah, you're pretty much just wrestling the car through the corners and getting as much speed as you can otherwise.
T-Money's going through a scar. He's looking pretty good as long as he clears the curb.
Yeah, it was pretty decent. Yeah, it was a little rough, but not quite perfect, but good, I think. It's putting bets down in the chat here. I don't know if I should read them out. He says usual suspects for podium. I'll at least say that one on the air.
Yes.
He does have a list of retirements, but I'll let the viewers read that if they decide they want to.
Yeah. Team Money with the solid lap.
Brian has retired. What has happened? Did he crash?
I'm not sure. I didn't see it.
Yeah, it was a good lap from Team Money. Aerostrike, of course, has the fastest lap. It's a common thing. Electric Chicken, though, I have to say, the Renault team been very solid so far this season. They're third in the Constructors' Championship, and Electric Chicken's right up there in the driver's title. So he's got that nice pink helmet there. He's rocking the Ricardo pink in that Renault, and yeah, it's a pretty good lap time there from Electric Chicken as well, mixing himself into a top 3 spot. Well, it's just been taken by reserve driver PDC 57, also known as Spears. He's got a little bit of a galaxy painting on his helmet there, it looks like. That's nice to see. Maybe we'll ride on board with PDC for a moment. I do believe he has put in his hot lap already. Looks like he might be pushing again.
Interesting. It says he's got a low fuel indicator, so...
Yeah, so he'd have to be
hope he doesn't run out and have to retire. That'd be unfortunate.
Yeah, he'll probably be coming in then.
Yes.
Let's find someone else. Axon, the end of his out lap. JXW is coming to the end of his out lap as well. I mean, we'll ride on board with JXW for a bit, and then we'll check in with Axton after that, and then Bobby Teva as well.
Oh, we just had... Oh, and the Renault team continues to impress. Coxie with a very nice time.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. 120.4. Nobody into the 119s yet in this session. I will say this is a bit of a tier 1 flex, but we were into the 119s, I think, on some people's first runs, or at least second runs. Even
drivers like RC were able to sneak into the 119s there without any DRS, in fact.
Ah, that's impressive. And there goes Arrow with a 119, so flexing back at us.
Yes.
Nice lap from Arrow. JXW locked up a little bit there into the chicane, but he got a pretty good exit there. Turns into the first Lesmo. Not using as much track as he could, but he's got a pretty tidy exit there, and another tidy exit, so... Coming down through the DRS zone now, approaching Ascari. This is a really important run. You can carry a lot of speed through Ascari if you nail it, but if you get it wrong, it can be lethal.
We saw
pretty
that a lot
good there. Oh, and he
Yeah.
runs very wide.
Whoa, will he save it? Ah, nice save, though.
Yeah, good save for sure. I thought he was done for a moment.
Yeah, I believe it was Fuzz on Monday night had a fun running with the wall on Ascari.
I believe so. I didn't want to bring it up because he would give me shit for it, but thanks for doing so. Yeah,
Yes.
Fuzz did crash in Ascari, didn't he?
Yeah.
Fuzz also, though, on the contrary, though, Fuzz, I was in the 119s right away, so... Yeah, he's not wrong.
Carnage.
Carnage. Alright, JXW's in the pits. We're riding on board with him still. GP Colin, he's on an outlap. He's coming around. We can also use the track map, which I've been kind of ignoring, even though I put it on the screen.
That's quite nice.
Arrow strike going slowly. Yeah, you can kind of get a look at who's going around. And so we got both Red Bulls out on track right now. It looks like Axton is on a hot lap, so GP Colin's starting his. Maybe Axton is finishing his. Looks like Axton might be finishing a hot lap. No, he's got no battery on.
Yeah, he must be done. He did improve his time.
Too many on his out lap. You can ride on board with him unless we see somebody else. There's a Mercedes coming around. That would be Niebuhr. And then one of the racing points as well.
We've also got GP
Burns.
Colin.
Burns is finishing his lap. Burns is just finishing his lap. There he goes into 11th. And it looks like someone went into the pits.
He's coming around the Lesmos. He's looking quite good at the moment.
Is that Pace Dogs finishing a lap 2? Pace Dogs into 8th. GP Colin coming down towards Ascari now. Riding on board.
Ooh.
Oh, purple sector.
Colin just had a purple, yeah.
He might. He might. We'll see. It was a pretty good... Yeah, it wasn't the best, but it was good.
Yes. We got Fuzz in the chat with a nice shout out to Coxie's Bananas.
He's making a lot of comments. That gets you up on the charts. GP Colin into 5th there, so... purple sector, but not good enough to get up into the top positions, so... Maybe he didn't get enough speed out of Ascari there.
That's definitely what it seemed like. I think he took it conservatively through there. Maybe on his next run he can push it a little bit if he can get around to the pits in time.
So PDC 57 now, he is coming down towards the Parabolica. He'll be starting his hot lap. We can ride on board with him. He's got a pretty good time on the board already for his, I believe this is his debut as a reserve driver tonight. It's a full-time reserve, so that means he can race in both tiers at the moment, and any points he scores within those tiers he'll hang on to. If he ever does take a full-time seat, he will bring those points into the title race with him. So it's a nice little way for these guys to get integrated and kind of sit on the waiting list, but actually have something to drive for as well.
Yeah, and for a debut, he's looking pretty strong at the moment.
Yeah.
If he can improve on that time by just a couple tenths, he's going to be right up there.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't really need much to get up into, like, 4th or 3rd, so it's entirely possible. He's only up just under a 10th here. He's going to have to find a little bit more time if he wants to improve substantially here. Looking a little, looking a little hesitant there, but let's see what he does here in the second sector.
And he does have a car up in front of him. If they slow down, he might get a bit of a tow.
It's impossible, yeah. I'm not sure how quick that car is going. It's hard to tell from here. We've got a yellow, and that's Niebuhr. He's put it in the wall. So one of Jinnet's predictions nearly coming true, but I think Niebuhr's saved it. And he might just have enough time to sneak back in the pits and get back out there. I think he's got time if he can get it. Yeah, I think he does. They fix that wing pretty quick. Oh, and PDC abandons his lap. I almost called him Spears, but I guess that's appropriate too.
Yeah, it is. On Niebuhr, though he is only in 12th right now, I think it's an improvement over last season. He's definitely putting in some better times than he's been known to in the past, which is quite impressive for.
Who was that? Sorry?
Niebuhr.
His
Niebuhr
times
are up quite a bit from last season.
Yeah, no, he's having a pretty solid start to the season for sure. Definitely gotten better and gotten more consistent for sure. It's so easy to lose it in Ascari, man. Sometimes you're just pushing and just you know, you get too desperate sometimes. And Mario is up 3/10. He's reserving tonight, but sitting in the Alpha, riding on board with Mario. But Jin hit in the chat with some nice call-outs. I wouldn't call that friendly.
No,
but
I would not read that one out loud.
No, I won't be doing that.
And
Mario, you want to take us through the end of the lap here? I'm just going to step out for one.
Yeah, so we got Mario coming through. Scary at the moment. Let's see if we can clip that curb and makes it through cleanly. He's coming down the backstretch with plenty of DRS, so we shouldn't have a derating problem coming out of the final turn. And yes, Jen, I would say that the Renaults are fan favorites just because of all the great banter they bring us. And Mario jumping up into 13th, still behind Niebuhr though, so the Niebuhr improvement continues to impress. And yes, nice little shout out to Puff Digital, our overlord of Tier 1 on Monday nights, who did not win on Monday night for the first time in a while, which was quite nice.
Well, now that I'm back, I'll defend Puff's honor. Yeah, he didn't win, but he had a hell of a drive. Oh, Mario! Mario has crashed into the wall. I was still on board with him, and he put it in the wall. Yeah, he was on his in-lap and put it in the wall, lost his wheel, and he's out. That's very surprising. I can't believe I was on board with that still. It was just pure dumb luck. He's gonna hate that.
He had to follow Marcus Ericsson into the turn 1 wall here at Monza.
All right, who do we have on outlaps here? We got, I think T-Money
not
just
on an
started
outlap,
one.
But I want to bring your attention to Coxie, who has popped up in front of T-Money into 3rd place.
That's a good time from Coxie there. Still only one driver in the 119s. T-Money, he has a really good shot here. He's got his hot lap in just in time. We've got, I think Bobby behind is also starting a hot lap. That's a good time from Bobby as well. 5th place for him.
Yeah.
Full-time driver was reserving with us for a couple races last season, and now he's got a seat, and that's a pretty good time for him.
It is.
Yeah.
T-Money struggled there into turn 3 and 4, but we'll see if he can.
Yeah, it's a little scruffy there. I don't know if this is going to be the best lap for him.
We might get a toe down the back. I missed it.
Going slow. I think Arrow might be finishing a hot lap ahead. Yeah, he is. Let's check in with Arrow first, and then we'll jump back to T-Money. Not having the greatest lap back there, but Arrow might improve his time here. What does he do? 19.6. That's a very good time.
Tough to beat. Let's see if I think Axton is not on lap. Here comes T-Money.
20 flat for T-Money. That's a good lap. Axton goes into the pits. Who else do we have here?
Bobby Tava coming around.
Terminal Dady going slow. Bobby hits Terminal Dady, but I think he's crossed the line already, so.
Yes, he was.
Anybody else? Scavney, is he out there still? No. It looks like everybody else is going quite slower on the circuit, so.
I think that's our order.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. So, review the order. We've got Arrow on pole position, looking to extend his championship lead once again. His dominance reigning over this tier. Somebody stop him. T-Money in second. Yeah, he's really good. T-Money, T-Money in second, Axton in third, so the Red Bull driver is going to be pressuring Arrow all night. Coxie in fourth, good showing from him. Bobby Tava in fifth, good showing from him as well. GP Collin in sixth, always there, always sneaking around that top. You know, he's always in a position to have a good race, GP Collin. That's something about him. He's quite consistent. PDC 57, good debut for him. He's in seventh. Electric Chicken just behind him. Pace Dog's in ninth. Catch up with the rest of the order once we get back to the menu.
Right. A bit more Tier 1 flex. We have RC7 in the chat pointing out that he matched Arrow's time without DRS. So nice bit of dance there from...
Ooh, good one. So JXW is in 10th. Terminal Dady's in 11th. It's Eric is in 12th. Burns in 13th. Never 14th. Scavney 720. It's a tricky one sometimes if you're not paying attention. He's in 15th. Mario in 16th. Dub 49ers 17th. Hans 18th. Wolfsburg in 19th. And Brian in 20th, I believe. Brian crashed, I think, Wolfsburg. I don't know what happened to these guys, but no times for those guys at the back there. Not a bad place to start, really, in Monza, though. You can make up a lot of places from the back if you're careful.
Just ask Puff Digital.
Exactly. It's entirely possible.
Oh, we have a Tier 1 winner from Monday night in the chat in the form of Dot the Hoist.
Can't hear you over my poll. What does that mean? That's an
Poll
odd
and
flex,
race
too.
winner, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was a great showing from Doth on Monday night. Did very well in front of the home fans. I mean, Doth is definitely pretty Italian and really loves Ferrari. So I'm sure it was pretty cool. I mean, it's just a game, but it's still pretty kind of fun when you have good stuff like that. Like if I was to podium in Canada and Puff wins Canada, that would be pretty sick.
That would be pretty sick.
Yeah.
I will say I don't understand Doth's love for Ferrari, and I usually feel for him on Sunday mornings when Formula One is actually racing over Ferrari shenanigans. But yeah, good for him winning in Italy, just like Charles Leclerc.
Oh, Puff's here. What's up, Puff? Every kid's hero. There we go. The chat's been pretty good tonight.
Yes,
I've been enjoying it.
Some great banter in the chat right now.
Yeah. Fuzz is all about all about being humble lately, eh?
I don't know if I would call it that, but for him a bit, yes.
Yeah. He's been nothing to brag about. I'm not having a good year. He's being all humble. And then sitting there calling out Doth for not being humble. Being that's the downfall of a decent driver. Fuzz Mr. Reasonable this season. I don't know what happened.
Yes. Though we do have to remember that decent drivers always cross the finish line, which is something Fuzz is yet to do.
Yeah. I feel bad to take my cat's little toy away because it's so noisy. But I'll give it back to him when we're done. He's following me because he's oh, you want to play? I'm nah, man. I'm putting it away.
The life of a pet owner.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun, though. So Niebuhr has readied up. That means the race director has given the go.
It was a quick turnaround tonight. No Puff Digital.
Too
5
long,
to 7
no.
minutes.
Yeah, Puff needs to... I think he smokes 3 butts during the break. I don't know.
You Canadians up there with your drugs
butts.
that are now legal.
What do you mean, cigarettes or you mean marijuana?
I don't know. Either one.
All right. Well, here we go on the formation lap. This track map, I think, is going to be nice. Let's check what everybody's tire is on. Pretty much everybody outside the top 10 on the mediums. I got Mosser on the hard, so he's looking to go very long. Dub 49ers gone on the softs, though. He's trying to make up some places early. I think the softs, they just fall off too fast here. They're not worth starting on if you don't have to.
Yeah, they definitely do. Though at the same time, it's pretty easy to stretch things into a one-stop.
The map, it's right in the way.
It is, yeah.
It kind of is. Maybe you keep it up and just keep an eye on things. And I'm going to close it because, it was nice for quali, but I don't think we need it anymore for the race. There's going to be obvious action going on with the intervals, and you can just keep an eye on incidents there.
So, do we have any bold predictions from Mr. Biga for this race?
Electric Chicken finishes in the top 5. That's a bold prediction. Because he's sitting in 8th. I mean, perfectly capable of finishing in the top 5, I think. On track, not even just with the reserves or whatever, but I don't think anybody's really ahead of him reserve-wise. But, I don't know. Bold prediction.
Will Aerostrike win?
Yeah, he's probably gonna win. We've watched him enough races. Axon and T-Money, though, I have a feeling something's gonna happen there. I don't know. One of them's not gonna be on the podium. I don't know who's gonna be there instead. Maybe Bobby, maybe Coxie.
Yeah. Or
It could be
even
quite
looking down the
interesting.
order, we could have Pace Dog. He's been known to show some very good race pace and always keeps it clean.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at the
You'd be
medium
able to
runners
check.
here, and I think, it's Eric or Burns maybe have a chance with their position and they're starting on the mediums. Niebuhr actually is in a good spot too. If he can have a nice consistent race, he might do well. So everybody is taking their spot on the grid. We are reforming it. Aerostrike is on pole position once again. The Toro Rosso driver surrounded by the Red Bulls of T-Money and Axton and Coxie lurking behind. We are moments away. The lights will start. Here we go. This is tier 2. This is Italy. We've got a yellow flag already. What's going on there?
Interesting.
There's some kind of glitch. It's always a
Yes.
stupid game. I don't see the lights. All 5 are on.
Lights.
There they
Got
are. Aerostrike launches
Here they
it. Here we go. We are underway. It looks like Bobby got a great start here. Trying to be closed off by Coxie here. It looks like T-Money has a chance here into turn 1. He's been left space by Aero. They touch. Aero takes the place, and Coxie's up into third, I think. I don't know what happened here.
Coxie has a 5-second penalty, severe collision. Got Hans with a 5-second penalty as well.
Okay, so some contact in the start here. We've got a safety car already. Is somebody out?
Oh, no. Here we go. No, it looks like everyone is still running.
Okay, so we
some
already have a
flag
safety
flag.
car. Great.
As, we
Great.
have Doth in the chat asking how many safety cars we're going to have.
It's got to be 3 at this point at least now. Seeing
Definitely
that.
going to play a role today.
What, I don't see any reason. Like,
No.
what is going on here?
Oh, we do have it looks like we have one car who is stuck in Sector 1 at the moment.
I don't
it's
see
not
it
Moser.
on...
Or is
Yeah,
that the safety car? Oh, the map
It's
is
probably the
confusing
safety
me. I might
car,
have to
yeah.
Turn that off.
yeah. I think everybody's on the track. I don't understand why we have a safety car. That's ridiculous.
Oh.
It's debris into turn 1, I would imagine. Let's ride on board with Arrow. We'll get a look at it as soon as we can. I don't really get why there's a safety car, so this isn't the best first showing, but Niebuhr did say, I told you so, and here we are at lap 1 with the safety car, so...
For not much contact. But I gotta tell you, it's good for Axton. He had to take to the escape road after that
Oh, did he?
contact with Coxie, who is now
I think
in
a lot
the
of
pits to replace Wayne.
yeah. I was gonna say a lot of guys are gonna get cheap pit stops here with strategies or to serve penalties even if they have them. Coxie's gone in. It looks like Burns. Yeah,
Yes.
sorry, Bobby is in. Coxie and someone else has left the pits already.
JXW is retired.
New front wing there for Coxie. Not good for him. Electric Chicken's still sitting in a decent spot, sitting in 6th. Do we have some kind of collision here under the safety car? I don't understand what just happened there, but I'm pretty sure I just saw a 5-second penalty pop up for somebody for a collision. And I just saw a bunch of cars going slow.
Race director. And see
Yeah, I think we just had a collision under the safety car here, which is not good.
It looks like it was GP Colin collided with Pace Dogs, which makes sense. Oh, is that 2 teammates?
Yeah,
Ferrari.
gliding under the safety car.
Ferrari coming into ZOR Tier 2. Their typical shenanigans.
Yeah. JXW's left the session. He's DNF'd. What has happened there? Was JXW the car that was stuck, maybe?
Might have been, yes. I'm really curious what happened there with Pace Dogs and GP, because from what I can see, GP still has his front wing, so it doesn't appear that he hit Pace Dogs too hard.
I wonder if the safety car's coming in. I don't think it is. But we have JXW retired, and I'm not sure. Hopefully he pops into the chat, but I'm not sure if JXW retired. Yeah, Jeanette, lots of penalties into turn 1. I agree. I saw that too. But I'm not too sure if JXW was maybe the reason the safety car was brought out and it just wasn't updating on the
It's
chart?
quite
I wonder
possible.
if he could pop in the chat and let us know, maybe, or in the Discord even. We could check that quickly. But
There was a
I don't
lot
know.
of carbon fiber flying, so
Yeah, so that might be the reason. I don't know. I don't see. Let's take a look. See if we can ride on board with T-Money here and get a look at anything. I don't see anything.
yeah. It might have been Coxey's wing. It was definitely sitting in the middle of the chicane there. Not right now, but originally it was.
Well,
Hans, second penalty for exceeding track limits
under the
safety
safety car. That's terrible. It's been some dicey stuff. JXW retired because of lag. I mean, he was having internet issues the other day, actually, so
yeah.
that's fair. That's a good call on his part, though, if he's having problems. So check cars for damage, and it says.
Yeah, Hans is missing a front left end plate. Like Mosser is in good shape at the moment.
I don't see too much up here. Looks like everybody up here is
and
good.
we did have the bottom 5 cars. They all pit under the safety car
Yeah.
to get new wings. So
I mean, yeah. I mean, why not, really? If your wing's damaged, you're going to lose so much time. I don't know why Hans wouldn't do it, but he's just missing an end plate. Maybe he gets away with it.
yeah, especially at a track like this where you don't have very many long, fast turns.
Yeah.
To really mess with the downforce.
On the contrary to that, though, like, you barely have any downforce as it is, so if your wing is compromised, it's not working at all, really. Oh!
We have a lot of contact in the back.
Brian
I see a Force India.
has crashed in. Brian has crashed into somebody under the safety car. I don't know.
Oh my!
Who's
Oh, we got a
caused
Red
that?
Bull.
What
Red
is
Bull
going on here?
Axton is dropping down. He was
Axton
sideways.
is out.
There's
Is
carbon
he out?
fiber everywhere.
Oh man, we're gonna have to stay under the safety car here. Axton's still trying to get turned around here. He's sitting on the outside of the track. It looks like he's dropped right into last place now. I told you something was gonna happen with those two tonight. And here we are, Axton down in last.
Got Bobby Tava with missing a front wing.
It looks like, I don't know who Brian crashed into, but it was in a Scari. He slammed him, and the car jumped right up into the air and everything.
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy. It looks like the race has restarted.
It has.
And I've missed that.
We have
Unbelievable.
Spears up into 3rd and Pace Dog up into 4th right now.
How are we racing after what just happened? How is that not a safety car? This game, man, I swear. Anyways, PDC is up into 3rd. That's great for him. Unbelievable so far. This has been a really interesting race so far. I wonder what's going to happen here.
12 through 19, it looks like, are all in the pits or coming out. So, Coxey's in the pits again.
I imagine everybody... Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of contact there. We had a bunch of collisions, and it was just an outright mess there. I don't understand what was going on. I mean, we're under safety car conditions here. It's not like a racing incident even. It's Wolfsburg now down the outside here. I believe he's overtaken Burns.
Yes.
What a great move from Wolfsburg there. I just kind of missed that jumping around. Burns, has to concede to Wolfsburg there. He's on the soft tire, so that makes sense having that pace advantage on the exit there. Just launched himself alongside. Pace Dog's now closing in on PDC. Yep. Aerostrike sets the fastest lap.
We might have Pace Dogs with move here.
Pace Dogs has a shot. I don't think DRS is activated yet. No, it's not. He's looking. He's not quite close enough. PDC is going to hold that place for the moment. Let's see what he can do here. He's got that Galaxy helmet, rocking it. So, interesting race so far. Axton sitting down in 17th place. He's got Coxey and Niebuhr still behind. Both quite a ways behind as well. Like, the safety car just ended. I mean, maybe they had to get their wings changed in the pits too, or I don't know. It's unbelievable, really. How many stops has these guys had?
Stopped, changed his wing, and also served his penalty.
Bobby has pit twice, and so has Coxey. So Bobby pitting twice in 14th. Actually, he moved up into 13th now. That's pretty good from Bobby. He's actually done fairly well considering he's been in the pits twice so far. Not too bad. Pace Dogs taking a look into Ascari. I don't think he's going to try it here.
It's a bit early for that move.
GB Cullen now closing in as well. PDC really struggling here. Pace Dog's all over him, having to lift a little bit just to make sure he gets through safely. Pace Dog is going to be wanting to find a way through here on the main straight.
I believe he's going to get DRS on the next lap, so he should be able to. Oh, we've got PDC going very wide.
Yeah, I think Pace Dogs has a chance here. Just turns that battery up. He's really struggling to match that top speed.
He's out of battery actually.
Oh no. I don't think he's gonna get it done. PDC looking to defend. They go wheel to wheel. Great wheel to wheel racing here from these two. Great driving here from PDC in his debut. That's excellent to see. Pace Dogs having to yield and didn't get it through, even though it was his best shot so far. He'll get the DRS though if he can harvest a bit of battery and take another look. Once the DRS opens up, he should get through. Oh, PDC struggled through the chicane there, and Pace Dogs had to lift to stop from hitting him, but good driving from Pace Dogs there not to make contact. Bobby Teva now very close to Terminal Deity down the main straight. We'll get on board here. Terminal Deity's down the inside taking a look. Is he going to send it? Sorry, Bobby's taking a look. Terminal Deity defends it on those hard tires. Cuts the corner, though, so that might cost him a warning at least.
We also have
Bobby looking for a way through here.
Hans is on the back of Eric looking for a way through as well.
Well, great drive from it's Eric and Hans as well. Hans made up a lot of places from where he started, and it's Eric sitting in 6th place as well.
Yellow flag in Sector 1. Looks like it's already cleared.
Is that maybe Pace Dogs getting by PDC, who's very close here? They're side by side. Yeah, it looks like PDC is under pressure now from GB Colin as well. GB Colin going to get that DRS now. See if he can find a way through. I think PDC is going to have it as well, though. Yeah, he does. So another battle going on here. These three drivers will stick with this scrap at the moment, even though we've got Hans pressuring Eric. Actually, Hans, yeah, does not close enough.
I actually think there might have been some contact between Hans and Eric. Hans got by him, but then let him back through on the straightaway.
I think that might be because I think Hans did cut the corner there to defend from Eric, and maybe thought if I lets him through, the stewards wouldn't give him a penalty for that. Through his defense, he cut the corner. If you know what I'm saying, I don't think there was much contact there. So
yeah,
I think that might be a fair play. So we'll keep an eye on that if anything comes up after the race. Wolfsburg actually having a great drive tonight so far in 8th place. He's in a nice little pocket here. He's slowly catching Hans ahead, and it looks like he might be building the gap to Dub 49ers behind, who is in 9th. So good drive from Dub 49ers as well here. It's a solid drive for him, sitting in the points at the moment, and Scavney as well, sitting in the points, another reserve driver, full-timer.
Yeah, that group is looking great, especially Wolfsburg Tuner. He's got 1 lap less.
He's really closing on Hans too.
And Eric, and if they keep squabbling in front of him, he's going to catch them.
Yeah, GP Colin is very close here to PDC, but not close enough to make a move. But yeah, you're right. Hans is losing a lot of time to Wolfsburg behind. Wolfsburg's doing well to close that gap down. He's on the softer compound, so that makes a little bit of sense, but he has been on those tires for 6 laps now, and they do tend to drop off around this point, so good to see from Wolfsburg still closing that gap.
We are going to have Brian Master with DRS on Axton and Burns bringing in behind them, so we might have some moves in the turn 1 coming here.
Coxey's in the chat, but he's still on track.
Brian Master not able to get the move done there. He did have DRS, but Axton was just too fast on the straightaway.
Looks like GP Colin has a shot here on PDC. PDC had a really bad exit out of Ascari, and now GP Colin alongside him. I think he's ahead now, heading into the Parabolica. He's going to have to give him a bit of space here. They are alongside one another, but PDC has to yield as GP Colin gets the optimal line there. So PDC now, will he get DRS down the main straight? I think he will. Maybe not, because he just got past. Oh, he does get the DRS. There he goes. He has a shot to get by GP Colin again here and defend that position. See if he can do it. Left that space. Nice move from PDC to get back through. Great driving there. This is excellent debut. Yeah, great driving so far.
That outside line. That's very nice.
GP Colin now gets a better run around the Curva Grande. Let's see if GP Colin can get the move done into the chicane. GP Colin, I think, is going to get the move done. They leave each other space.
Yeah. Great
Yeah,
racing. Great racing.
great driving from those two. I hope that PDC can keep up there and get another crack at it, because that was some good driving. Hans just behind PDC now, and Wolfsburg closing on Hans still, but it's Eric now pressuring Wolfsburg.
Yeah, very impressive drive from PDC, especially if he can stick with GP for a lap and get that DRS on the main straight.
Yeah.
He's outside
He could
of it
even
now.
he could even consider an undercut at this point, because he does have that pace, and he's within range for an undercut if he gets in there on those mediums or hards, whatever he's going for. I would imagine the mediums. He's got the pace to do it, I think.
Yep.
You can nurse them a little bit when you're this far up the field. Dub 49ers. Dub 49ers, sorry, is very close to Scavney. Keep an eye on that battle as well. I think this is our better chance at an overtake here. And we got Brian and Mario very close as well. Maybe we'll get on board with this. I don't think there's a chance for an overtake here. So we'll jump back up. Dub 49ers not close enough here. So we'll get back to Bobby, Mario, and Brian very close into Ascari, but has to yield the place. This looks like he's on some pretty fresh mediums at the moment. They're still looking kind of glossy.
We might also have Bobby Teva up on Axton with DRS if he can hold it down the backstretch. And we got Mario
making a move into the Parabolica. Not going to get it done though. Bobby defends that. But Mario now is going to have a great run on Bobby down the main straight here with the DRS. We'll get a broadcast view so we can see Brian tucked in behind there. Also looking for some slipstream. Mario finds a way through here. Bobby has to yield that place to him. Not a chance to defend it, really.
That was a great move by Mario there to defend the line coming into the there.
It was a great pass and made sure he got it done. Wolfsburg now closed on Hans. Let's ride on board with Wolfsburg. Let's see if he can get in there. Runs a little wide there, but he's still got a pretty good run on Hans anyways, so let's see what he can do. If he gets a really good exit out of Parabolica here, he could have a shot down the main straight. Wolfsburg probably coming into the pits relatively soon as well with those softs.
The interesting thing in Wolfsburg is definitely what his pit strategy is going to be.
There we go. Yeah, he's got a great run here. He just got the DRS too. I think he's clean through here, no problem. Great move from Wolfsburg up into third place at the moment. You know, obviously Wolfsburg still needs to make another pit stop, but sitting in third at the moment, that's a pretty good spot to be in. He's got some field spread behind, and he'll be nice and racy through the end of the race here.
Looks like we lost Bobby Teva. He had a little voyage through the grass there and lost some positions. It looks like he's also lost an end plate and is now in the grass in Ascari as well.
Hans looking to fight back here at Wolfsburg, but I think he's just kind of bobbled the exit there. He's still pretty close. Dub 49ers just kind of hovering around that DRS. Oh, he's by Scavney. Did Scavney have an incident? He did. Scavney has spun. He's getting himself turned around right now. It's the same place I spun on Monday. And tires go off.
Here. Aerostrike is stuck in a bit of traffic at the moment with its air.
He is.
Well, GP Colin is probably searching for that overcut with 10 laps on those soft tires.
I don't know if that's going to pay off. I think Aero's pretty fast. He'll find a way through here pretty quick, but he does have a few cars to clear, so GP Colin, I'm thinking, I don't know where he would filter back out.
Is he
not really
lap? He's
close
going 11
enough.
laps on those softs.
Well, it looks like Aerostrike's already through on Eric now, so PDC into the pits. He ran 11 laps on those softs. It's about where you want to go with them. Yeah, Bobby looks like he's about to get lapped here by Aero.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate.
I think GP Colin might regret staying out that long.
Yeah, Aero's in clear space now. He's going to make up a lot of time here.
And Pace Dockers has a clear track in front of him as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Pace Dogs has a huge gap in front. Oh, Aero runs a little wide there. Picks up some gravel. Yeah, good drive from GP for sure. A lot of people are having some good drives tonight. Obviously, the incidents at the start of the race kind of mixed the field up a little bit. It was a little bit crazy. There was a lot of penalties and stuff. There's going to be a lot of stuff to review, I think, after this race, because a lot of those penalties probably aren't warranted. They're just contact from the game registering contact. Doesn't always do it right, so.
Yes, and a lot of that contact was also into the safety car. The field got very bunched up coming down.
Yeah, that's pretty odd in my opinion, but Terminal Deity is very close to Burns here, and they're tucked in behind Brian Mosser, so let's keep an eye on this scrap for a moment. See how this pans out. While we keep an eye on Arrow, who's moving through the field, and I believe T-Money also looking through a way through on Eric currently. Uh-oh, we've got a yellow flag. Where is that yellow flag? It looks like Aerostrike is back in the lead.
Interestingly, GB crossed in the pits and served his 5-second penalty, so perhaps that was part of the reason why he stayed out so long. So
Right.
he had that penalty coming. Wanted some clear air to clear some time.
Yellow flag. I don't know what happened with the yellow flag there. I didn't notice.
Scrap in the midfield here from Ryan Mosser on back.
Yeah. Terminal Deity is very close to Burns now. He's definitely got a shot at him. He's on the hard tire, and Burns is on those faded softs. See if he can get the move done. They both have DRS, I believe. I don't think he's close enough. So Brian also defends Burns as well, so no driver able to make an overtake there. But Wolfsburg now very close to GP Colin. That's really good news for Wolfsburg. He's within a second of GP Colin, and they both just made their pit stops.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with Wolfsburg's run right now, especially being on his second pit stop, I believe. He's all the way up there in 7th.
Yeah, the second pit stop. I did one under the safety car as well, so that's pretty good. Definitely pays off if you need it. Sometimes you can make it work. So, good drive from Wolfsburg tonight. We'll keep an eye on him and see how his race shakes out. We've got Brian Mosser now closing on Dove 49ers, riding on board on that shoulder cam. It looks like Brian's going to take a look into Ascari. He goes side by side. Oh, they touched. Brian's into the wall.
Oh, no!
There goes the wing.
Oh! Oof.
He barely got himself... Yeah, he barely got himself turned around safely there.
Was that the same spot where Mr. Sebastian Vettel turned into Lantrell, or was that a different turn in the actual F1 race?
It was on the exit there, yeah. I think it was the next bend in the corner. Obviously, Brian really struggling for grip here. He comes back on the track. He's trying to get into the pits. Gets in Coxey's way, but Coxey did well to avoid him there. So Brian into the pits again. Super unfortunate. They made contact. It is always a risky spot to go through. Who was he alongside there?
He would have been.
Was it the Renault?
Was it Terminal Deity? Perhaps. Regardless, it's a very tough spot to pass. You have to be well in front of that other car because it's.
I think it might have been
that turn.
I think it was Burns, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think you're right. We have a McLaren. Yeah, McLaren is trying to get himself turned around at the moment.
Oh, he's totally facing the wrong way. That's a really bad spot to be facing the wrong way. He gets himself turned around.
Sector 2. That's okay.
Alright, so Terminal Deity's the closest gap. He's still close to Burns here. Burns runs really wide here. He saves the car. Terminal Deity's going to get through. No problem there. Burns did well to save that, though. He really lost control there. This is what tends to happen when you get 8-9 laps onto these softs. It's really tricky to keep it together.
It is, especially with such a low downforce that comes with running at Monza.
It was Dove 49ers, Puff says. Fuzz is asking to keep the track map open, but I guess if I don't have
the spectator menu open.
No, yeah, if it's not open, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
And I don't have the telemetry up either, so that kind of leaves some more space for the camera.
An interesting thing to look out for is going to be when Hans and Eric dive into the pits here. They're probably going to be going on those soft tires if they can catch up to GP and Pace Dogs.
So Terminal Deity now approaching Dove 49ers. It's very close here in the Lesmos. See if he can get through down the DRS straight. I think he's got a shot here. I mean, it is a DRS straight. It does, it kind of promotes overtaking with a DRS zone here.
It does.
So, can you blame Brian for going for it? Not really. I don't think that at the same time, if you can't blame Brian for going for it, but at the same time, you can't really get upset if you're side by side into a Scary. That's sometimes what happens.
Yeah, it's a very tough place to pass. If you go in on the inside there, the car tends to push quite bad, and I think that's exactly what we saw with Brian Foster there.
Yeah, I agree. Well, we'll take a look at it, obviously, after the race. It was obviously a pretty big moment, so it'll be something that'll be looked at for sure, I think, as well as a bunch of other stuff from the start of the race, so... Yeah, the track map's kind of nice. It's nice to just take a look and see where everybody is out on the road. You can actually visualize the gaps.
Quite interestingly, it's Eric and Hans coming out. Eric is 4 seconds off of Axton on the soft tires. Low fuel. He might be able to make a run here up into the top half of the top 10.
Yeah, he still has to make a pit stop, I think, on the...
It's Axton may have to pit again, yes.
I think he does. 12 laps, man.
Yeah, we've got Eric
can't go
and
more
Hans
than
right
20.
behind him on those fresh tires as well. That's going to be tough to hold them off.
Axton might be able to go to the end. I don't know. It depends what kind of gap forms around him, really. But right now, we'll jump back to Dove 49ers. I think Terminal Deity's found a way through already, or did we miss that?
I think we might have missed it, but interesting. Terminal Deity's
close.
on 12-lap old hard.
An electric chicken now. Right on the tail of Dove 49ers, so got a three-way scrap here for...
Very interesting battle.
Yeah, 12th place here. Electric Chicken around the outside. That's a nice move. He gets that done. It looks like he might be heading to the pit lane. I think he is. Electric Chicken pits.
That's actually
10 on the sauce.
For the 49ers. He had to slow down a little bit as Electric Chicken pulled outside.
Yeah. Yeah. And Electric Chicken went around the outside and then went into the pits. Which is interesting. It's a bit of a... interesting move, I would say that. It's Eric very close to Axton here. No, looks like Axton had a bobble. It's Eric out on those fresh tires. He's...
Yeah.
Look, oh!
Oh no,
he had
Eric!
To save
oh
it.
no!
He goes into the wall.
Oh no, and he's stuck. That's very unfortunate for Eric.
This is terrible. Awful place to be parked.
I think...
did he just reset?
I think he did.
Yeah, he's gonna get a penalty for that.
Comment any farther, and we can move on. We
I
have
know
a
what it
safety
is.
car. Number 2 of the night. There you
There
go,
we
Dom.
go. Well, there's probably
This is
debris
going
on
to be
the...
interesting for pit strategy. We might have some...
I think everybody
Pace
pits.
Chief Collins stayed out. Wolfsburg thinking about it, perhaps? No.
I'd pit.
EDC, nope. No one's coming in so far. Axton.
You know what, though?
Take
Nah,
advantage.
if you're on fresh tires at the
Here
front,
comes
I don't
Axton.
think you pit.
That's actually a great sign for Axton. because
Yeah,
his
that's going to
tires
work
are
out well
13
for
laps
him.
old.
And nobody's going to be able to
He
go
could be dangerous
particularly
here at the end of the
fast.
race.
Nobody's going to be able to go particularly fast either because there's no queue yet. So everybody will be on the time safety car. It's going to be a really cheap pit stop for Axton.
Yeah, that's very important. He could be very dangerous. And also,
I think he's going to get out. Yep, he comes out
Hans
in
is able
8th.
to serve his penalty in the pit lane. And we got a
Stacked
double
up at
stack
Williams. Unfortunate. I mean, that's what happens. It's a safety car, at least. It's not the worst thing in the world. But that's pretty good. Hans and Terminal Deighty, 9th and 10th, and I think they're going to get out. Yeah. Will they get out in front of Eric? I think they do, and I think they're going to get out in front of... Yeah, that's pretty good. 9th and 10th, fresh tires, fresh wings. Like, great job, boys.
Also important to note, you had Coxey in the pit lane serving one of his several 5-second penalties, I believe. So he could be dangerous here at the end. He's got pace.
Speeding under safety car for Hans. So he's got a penalty now, Hans.
That's unfortunate. He's on.
The safety car is just parked there. What is... Oh, no! It's Eric has crashed into the safety car.
Oh, no.
Unbelievable.
That is one of those moments when you wish you had a replay option.
Oh, I saw
But
it.
sadly, this is not career mode.
Oh, man.
Another driver who's having a great run today.
He was having a really good race, man. That sucks.
Yeah.
That's really shit.
Oh, we had Aerostrike dive into the pits, and T-Money on 8-lap old tires is now out front.
Is the safety car glitched, or is it waiting to pick up T-Money? I think it's
not
waiting
sure.
to pick up T-Money right now.
I
Look,
think it is
he's
because
coming around.
Yeah, okay, we have the safety car out front now.
Okay. So it was waiting, and Eric just crashed into it. That's super unfortunate.
Yes, it is. He probably didn't even know it was there.
No. And why, I mean, why would you ever think it's there? I mean, you got to still pay attention, though, right? Like,
You do.
you can't just be cruising around. Like, I mean, he slammed right into it. Like, it was a good whack, man. It wasn't like he just, like, you know, the safety car was just sitting there. So, I mean, it's obviously stupid, but
Yeah.
this is what's going to happen. I mean, the safety car, it came out for a fair reason. I think there was, you know, debris caught on stream too. Jeanette says, yeah, we should send this, we'll send it into Cody's so they can see what they've done. But, it comes out for a fair reason. He was turned around. He was parked the wrong way on the track. It didn't look like he was getting anywhere. He had, you know, he had wing damage. The wing was obviously sitting on the track there. The barrier probably, I don't know. I mean, if you're trying to be realistic, then yeah, it's a safety car, but it's not really a safety car.
And we have Coxie picking up another 3 seconds. And I feel like I'm going to be complaining like Crofty a bit right now, but we have 2 McLarens who are ghosted in between our leader and second place. So if only Cody's could figure out a way to let the lapped cars through.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's going to happen today.
No. But at least they're ghosted, so I guess it's kind of not an issue, but it's pretty messed up still. It's really
We will see what
awkward.
happens. T-Money might be able to take advantage and get a bit of a lead on Arrow. Maybe break that DRS because of the distance.
I mean, Arrow's in. Let's put this into perspective. Arrow is on a fresh set of softs, right behind T-Money on 9-lap-old mediums.
I will say I'm not confident for T-Money's chances, but we can all cross our fingers that maybe someone will knock Arrow off the top step of that podium.
Maybe. I mean, it could happen, but I mean, PDC. PDC is actually in a great spot for a podium here, man. He got the fresh tires and sitting in 6th. Like, these guys that stayed on the mediums, I think Arrow realized, you know what, maybe I am a sitting duck on these mediums. And went in, because I think we did a practice race Sunday night, and I went in under a safety car and put a fresh set of softs on, and it was, like, incredible, the pace difference. Like, you almost can't stop them when you're on the mediums. Like,
yeah.
It's, oh my
Lord.
PDC,
what happened there? Dub 49ers. We're having a lot of problems under the safety car tonight, which we also did on Sunday night during that practice race you just mentioned.
I mean, everybody needs to drive like it's a formation lap. Like, it's like there's no jockeying. There's no need to be near anybody. Like, you know well in advance when the safety car is going in. There's no need to be driving that close. Even look at this view right now. I mean, like, the shot we have on screen, everybody's basically nose to tail. And I don't see any indication that the safety car is going in. There's no need to be that close. Now, Electric Chicken's got 10-second penalty for exceeding the track limits.
As did Coxie. Coxie did as well.
I don't really understand if maybe somebody went off there and they had to cut the corner to avoid it.
I'm not sure. They might have... The safety car's not in, is it?
It is in,
is
yeah.
It coming in?
Oh, my
they
God,
were trying to catch up.
Damage.
Oh, no. Oh, boy.
Oh,
we got a wreck. We got a sideways Williams.
Unbelievable.
On a Renault, and it looks like Wolfsburg and Coxie are going side by side.
Unbelievable.
Well,
I don't know who's crashed back there. I think it was Hans. He lost the car, got himself turned around, and it looked like he lost the car again.
Got Axton making move on Dub 49ers right now.
I think
Axton going in for a tough pass, and he makes it stick.
Was T-Money too close to the safety car again, where like it slowed everyone down, and it ended up being like, because I mean, yeah, I don't know why everybody was going so slow around that part of the track. That's exactly where you're supposed to pin it.
Yep, I think it's the same thing that happened on Sunday night, but we have Aerostrike making a move into Ascari right now.
Yep, he is making a move. He's on those fresher tires. Sends it down the inside. They go side by side. This is excellent racing from these two.
Back up.
T-Money has to run very wide to avoid it there, and now Pace Dogs up into second, and he has a shot at first here. Great move from Pace Dogs. Can he send it? I think he's got a chance here. He's got in front of Aerostrike.
Look at Axton on those fresh tires.
Right in the mix, and PDC up in the front now, too.
There goes Pace Dogs into the lead.
PDC's losing ground. I must have picked up some damage. This is insane. Look at the group we have coming down the main straight here. This is absolute madness.
Oh, no.
Oh, my Lord. What do we have here? Oh, and they all get through clean. I don't... Oh, a little bit of contact there from Axton and GP. Nothing too crazy, though. Bobby is out. He's retired. Did he lose it through a scurry, perhaps? I'm not too sure. No, he's gone to the pits to retire. Yep. Axton looking. He's down the inside now into this corner, but they're side by side. They leave space. Oh, and they touch. GP has pushed Axton off. GP pushed Axton off the road. Did they touch Axton? Did he touch PDC
I don't think
coming
they
back
touched.
on?
I think that GP might have. I think he gave him space, but maybe pinched him a bit, and Axton might have pushed into the sand there. But
it looked like GP just kind of understeered a bit and just sort of drifted over into Axton. You put him in the sand for sure, and then PDC snuck through there. So, yeah, I don't know. Obviously, I'm not a steward. I'm not making the decision at the end of the day, but I would say that it's got to be GB Collins' fault to an extent, because it did cost Axton a bit of time, but it could be a racing incident too. I mean, if you're gonna, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say. Side by side, really,
it's a tough call.
Yeah.
The track isn't very wide there. They were obviously in a risky position, just being side by side in the first place.
T-Money now has a shot at Pace Dogs into second here. I don't think he's gonna get it done. Pace Dogs tires. Oh, Pace Dogs runs very. Oh, virtual safety car. Pace Dogs and T-Money. I think T-Money's got the place.
Bieber? Bieber was in the grass. I wonder if that's what the VSC is for.
Maybe. Probably would end pretty quickly then.
Coxie is again missing its wing, as he has been for much of this race. Feels like a good old race from Jolien Palmer out of Coxie tonight.
Yeah, it's been a rough night for a lot of people out here. It hasn't gone very well, I'll say that. And I mean, I'll say there has been incidents because of the safety car, but I do have to say that I think that people need to, I don't know, people just don't seem to know how to drive under the safety car. I mean, it's such an infrequent thing. Like, I've done it enough over the years playing this game that I know how it behaves and the way that you need to drive, and it just seems like a lot of people are struggling under safety car conditions tonight. They don't really understand where they should be or how quickly they should be driving, and even restarting the race, you know, we've got people, you know, far too close to the safety car restarting the race as well. So we really need to maybe just have a quick little discussion about this and try to get everybody on the same page here.
I definitely agree with you, and with this new patch, it's going to take some getting used to.
Yeah, for sure.
I will say that it's awkward to drive into the safety car in this game.
It is.
It's not something you usually, like in Gran Turismo, you would get ghosted or
Electric
CPU
Chicken makes a good move into turn one here. I think he's through clean. He's left a bit of space there. They're side by side. PDC has done a lot of side by side racing to that chicane, and I don't think he's touched anybody. That's really great to see.
49ers and Wolfsburg.
Coxie's out. I think he's crashed. No, he's retired in the pit lane.
Oh, and
PDC switches. Oh, man. Great racing from these two. PDC goes for a move, and then Electric Chicken switches back and gets back in front. That's some great driving from these two. This has been a great race from PDC tonight. Nice to see. Axton is very close to Pace Dog here. I think he's through. Axton now. And now he's going to be threatening T-Money and I don't know if he can threaten Arrow, really, but T-Money is under threat now from his teammate Axton on those fresh softs. Electric Chicken and PDC and Wolfsburg's lost a bit of pace here, but Electric Chicken PDC in a really good spot to pressure the medium drivers in front as well. So got a few laps to get it done.
He's in a good spot. He had a few mistakes tonight, but he's still staying strong there and has a chance at a top 5 right now.
Mosser on those hards has a chance at Wolfsburg here. He's looking to defend on his soft tires. He's on the outside. I think they're going to end up being side by side here. Brian Mosser's got that DRS. Wolfsburg's got that pace advantage with the softs. What's going to happen here? Wolfsburg could oh, it looks like he squeezes him a bit. I think Wolfsburg deserved a bit more space there, but yeah, good stuff there. Brian was he was making sure he got that move done. I would say it's a tad aggressive, but I wouldn't say that was illegal by any means. So
we've got Axton about to pick up some DRS.
Wolfsburg has a chance here, sends it down the inside. Oh, is he going to lose it? Brian and Wolfsburg, did they touch? I don't know if they touched, but they both had a wobble there.
Wolfsburg picked up a penalty for multiple warnings on track limits there.
Yeah, that could always be reviewed. I'm not sure it's really his fault that he went wide there.
You might want to check in with Axton. He's lining up a move on T-Money here. Great comeback from Axton. He was in the pits on lap 1 with a broken wing.
Oh, somebody's spun, I think. Scavney, maybe? Or we got a yellow flag somewhere. But...
yeah, it is Scavney, I believe. Might have a run here from Axton. He's in a good position.
I don't know if he's close enough. I think T-Money's got him for the moment.
And T-Money has a lot of ERS, which could play dividends here as we come down to the last 2 laps.
That is the story of T-Money's racing career. ERS in the bank always. Axton, so look at the difference there. 80% for T-Money, 30% for Axton. So he needs to get through soon.
Yeah.
Electric Chicken now pressuring GP Colin. Check in with that battle as well.
That's going to be interesting in the last year, as Electric Chicken his tires are seemingly going to go.
Runs a little wide. Oh, he nearly lost the car there, but he did well to save it. But he's still in a good spot to strike. Get back to Axton here.
GP Colin loses it.
GP has gone into the wall. We have debris on the track.
Unfortunate.
He's off
Electric
the road
gets a
here.
free go.
See if GP can get it going again.
We have Axton with the 2 ticks. Action
GP
all
gets
over the
back
track
on.
right now.
He's still in the points, but he's going to be in trouble with no wing. We'll see what's going on. Axton here.
I think GP Colin retired, sadly.
On the track, or he just crashed? Oh, Axton!
I'm not sure. Oh, no, Axton. Woo, that was a very nice save. Unfortunate,
I thought he
was
done. I thought he was done for. That looked really, close. Oof. Good job. GP. Did GP crash? There's also a Racing Point stop there as well.
Yeah, I wonder if Burns might have run into GP.
It's entirely possible, but in that spot, Burns is out too. Yeah, maybe they did have a collision. It's interesting. All right. Well, I guess the only battle Axton wobbles again. Yeah, so he's losing traction on those softs a bit. Here, Gilzo's in the chat. Simon says safety car needs to let lap cars through, though. It's true. It's a big problem in this game. It's so
I don't
stupid.
know why they haven't figured that out for the game yet. I think it'd be obvious.
Yeah, Terminal Deity is pressuring Wolfsburg here. Let's see if he can find a way through. They're just moving through the Lesmos at the moment. Yeah. I believe Arrow is very close to crossing the line too. I don't know. I don't think we need to see that. We see it a lot. So I'm going to stick with this because there's a chance here for Terminal Deity. Is he going to send it? He has to back out of it. Wolfsburg defends it. And I think he's going to get a better exit here. If Wolfsburg gets a better exit, he's going to hold that place. Good job from Wolfsburg there. I think he's got that. So we've got Aerostrike winning the race, T-Money in second, Axton in third, Pace Dogs in fourth, Electric Chicken in fifth, PDC coming home in sixth. Great drive from him in his debut.
Yeah.
Electric Chicken coming home in sixth.
After penalties.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. Wolfsburg comes home in eighth. Good drive from Wolfsburg. Terminal Deity. Oh, he takes the place on penalties. Terminal Deity. Wolfsburg drops again. Dove 49ers jumped into eighth.
Wow. Oh, Wolfsburg out of the top 10 and out of the points. But
Mario jumps into the top 10, so he won't count anyway. So Wolfsburg still will get a point.
Yes.
Terminal Deity will be ninth, and then Dove 49ers jumped up into eighth on penalties there, I believe.
I think I saw at the end there that Aerostrike might have nipped the fastest lap on the last lap there.
I did miss that. Probably
I
take
think
a look.
Hans came around to him, got it on his newer tires, and Arrow might have stolen it in the back.
Niebuhr coming around the final turn, and he brings it home in 12th tonight. Good job to finish the race. Not a bad spot, really. 12th is pretty decent out of 20, I would say. That's a pretty good race. Hans brings it home in 13th. He's just coming around to the parabolic now. He had a pretty good race going there for a moment, but ended up just having a lot of bad luck tonight.
Yeah.
What is he doing?
Doth just pointed out in the chat, we have Mosser all the way up in the 6th.
Oh, he jumped into 6th on penalties?
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's what it looks like. And according to Burns, he did not run into GP. He lost it on the curb and ran into the wall.
Okay. I did think they were too far apart on track. I was like, I don't know. Like, like that must have been quite the shunt if you sent them that far. All right, there it is. Aero Strike is your winner. And then we've got T-Money, and I almost called it GB Colin because of the Red Bull. That's how many races I did last year. But T-Money and Axton bringing home in second and third. So the way it started is the way it ended.
Lining up perfectly with our championship standings.
Yep. We will get these guys in for a quick interview. It's something we like to do here on Thursdays. If they pop in, we like to always chat. Axton always likes to get a few words in. It's one of his favorite things about this, I think.
He does, yes. Yeah. There's some very interesting penalty numbers. Looks like Electric Chicken, all the way up at 13 seconds of penalties, still finishing 7th place. It's impressive.
Get a shot of all that. Make sure it gets on the stream. I'll run through the top 10 real quick. We got Arrow, T-Money, Axton, Pace Dogs, PDC, Brian Mosser, Electric Chicken, Dub 49ers, Mario, Terminal Deity, Wolfsburg. Those two will move up because Mario will not count. And then Niebuhr finishes 11th, actually, in his tier, so that's really good for him. And, yeah, a lot of penalties down the field there. Good to see on the stream.
Interestingly, we had so many pit stops that ended up having penalties served, so I'm curious how many there actually were outside of what's on the board. According to Ginnett, Niebuhr is going to have a point.
Oh, good for him. That's great. Alright, we'll get these guys in here. I'm just getting the party thing going. Arrow, Axton, and T-Money all the way down here. Alright. Let's see who pops in first. I believe my phone is shut off, so can't check the comments anymore.
We have Ginnett asking for Monaco practice.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm kind of down, but like, I don't think so. I don't know.
Everyone needs more Monaco practice.
I do, really. I probably should, but I don't know if I want to tonight.
And we have the Wisconsinite himself, T-Money, joining the chat at the moment.
Hey.
Nice job. Hanging on to second. Axton was all over you there.
He was.
Yeah, he was just way quicker on those tires, but then he just lost so much pace towards the end of the lap there. He just kind of had a bobble and like sort of upset his tires, and I think he just never really got them back towards the end.
Yeah. But Axton has somewhere to be, so he
yeah. Sorry guys, I don't mean to throw off the interview.
No, go for it.
No, you go for it.
Okay, well, Axton, what happened there? What happened there at the end? There, you were all over T-Money. I thought you were definitely going to get through, and then you kind of just lost the car a little bit, and then it never seemed like you really got it back together after that. You just had a couple more moments, and then you were too far.
Yeah. So I came out of that final turn, bumped up the ERS, and the ERS threw me off and I started to lose the back end. Unfortunately, I fought it for too long, right? So I overcorrected both ways. I'm just happy I didn't lose it because there are a couple of people who did there towards the end.
You know what? A lot of people lost the car tonight, and a lot of people were very close to losing the car tonight. I was on board with a lot of people just bobbling and you know, making little errors here and there, but most people were keeping it together, and then there was the odd person that would just completely mess up, and it happens. I don't know.
It sucked because I wanted to be up there racing with those guys the whole race, but instead I was racing back through the pack.
Yeah,
so,
it was an interesting race. The safety cars seemed a little excessive. I will say about the safety car is it just seemed like people weren't really driving according to safety car conditions. There was a lot of people driving too close together, and they were making contact and getting penalties and running wide and cutting corners, and I was just like, what is going on out here? Like this.
I got spun out under caution coming down that last straight, and I wouldn't be that upset if it would have happened any time other than that, right? Like the beginning of that lap, okay, I can catch up to the pack pit. It literally put me at one of the biggest disadvantages outside of not being under caution.
Yeah.
So it really sucked. I get accidents happen. The safety cars are crazy with how slow it was going in some of the turns. So it's hard to fault the people up front, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It is what it is. We pulled out the 2-3 though. We're hoping for a 1-2 next week. So
Yeah.
At Monaco,
For Monaco?
that'd be really nice.
That'd be real nice. I mean, it's all about quality, man. Like if you guys can out qualify Aero, I mean, I'd be hitting time trial all week if I were you guys and see if you can get in front of them.
put them on the wheel, see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Monaco. I got lapped there last year. That's not my favorite track.
Yeah, it's a tough
All
one.
right, all right, guys, I got a jet. Thanks for the
All
interview, guys.
Yeah. See you later, man.
Good race, guys.
Yeah.
Same.
All right. Well.
Oh my
back
god.
to you at the end there, T-Money. What? Go ahead.
Oh, someone's mic.
Somebody's mic? Was it me,
I
maybe?
think it's Axton
mine?
trying to lead
No.
at the moment.
Oh,
It might have been mine. I have this like bad connection on it, and if I lean on it, sometimes it fucks up.
That was it.
Yeah. Anyway, Aero, tell us about your race. Obviously, you ended up winning. Your safety cars probably kept screwing you up every time you were building a gap. They kept closing it back up.
No. I think the safety cars were fine. At least for me.
They seemed a bit excessive from like a spectator point of view. Like there wasn't really any reason for them. Nothing. Like
The
major,
one with
major.
Eric, yes, I believe that one there was a reason for.
Well, he was turned around on track with his wing broken. Yeah.
And it's a blind corner too.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think that's a
The
pretty...
very first one, no idea what that was for.
Yeah, that one was no
We didn't even hit turn 1.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see what exactly happened because I'm sure someone's going to show something.
Yeah.
There was some contact, but there were no retirements, and we couldn't figure out on stream why it occurred. So your
No, it
guess
just
is
looked like
as ours.
maybe debris was the reason, but I really
Yeah,
don't know, to be honest with you. I'm really not sure what the reason was, because like the next time we went around the track, it didn't seem like there was any debris on the road or anything. There was any reason for it.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll also see stuff about what happened under safety car because I didn't go.
Yeah.
I had the right to. But I don't know. So it was a fun race. It did spice up the race a little bit. Let's
Oh yeah, for sure.
be honest about that.
Who was leading the second safety car there? I think there was
Money was.
Oh, okay. Because like, were you too close to it again? Because everybody like seemed like they got backed up right on that corner again.
You mean in Parabolica?
Yeah, it seemed like there was some kind of issue with all the cars there. I don't know what happened.
No, he started going and then like it was fine, and then I think like right before the line, the two McLaren cars ahead of me hit each other. I don't know how.
Oh fuck, eh?
yeah, I don't know.
So I had to hit the brakes just in case like I passed him before the finish line, is because you'd get a penalty for that.
Right. So it was basically just bad luck, because that happened to me the other night. Like we got like too close, and the car slowed down in front of me.
Yeah.
And I like overtook. It was a lapped car. I overtook, and then I got a warning for it, so I had to slow down. And then all of a sudden, people behind me started getting close and like almost hit me. And it's like,
Yeah.
you know,
That's kind of why like the first safety car I didn't go at all, because I know that before when there's been a safety car, like I'd go right away, and then
yeah,
the safety car wouldn't go in quick enough, and then I'd have to stop, and then everyone just hits everyone because I have to stop.
yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. I was wondering if that's what happened again.
Yeah. But I really enjoyed the jump I got on the first safety car. It made my first stint pretty easy. Even though the safety car was like 3 laps, my tires did not feel great. Like they felt worse than they normally would if there was like just green flag racing the whole time.
Yeah, probably because maybe I don't know, maybe because they were cold or something and just weren't working properly, so you put more.
I don't think it was that. It was because it was at the end of the stint that like my tire. Every single time I'd brake into Ascari for the first left, I'd lose it.
Oh
a
yeah,
little
no.
bit.
That was something we were all. I thought you were just talking about under the safety car.
Oh no.
A lot of us were struggling with on Monday. Like we're like every time you brake, like the car just like it's like you're fighting the car to not crash through like the end of your stints here. Like
Yeah.
you know, it really probably
Also-
should be soft to hard, but like you're such a disadvantage with like most of your stint if you go out on the hards.
Yeah. Also, to finish off my race though, like after I pit under the second safety car,
Yeah.
I thought that T-Money was gonna follow me, because we had like a really big gap to Pace Dogs in third. So it would have been essentially like a free pit stop. But then he didn't pit. I was like, oh yes, I got this.
Yeah. That's what we were thinking too. I was like,
And then-
arrow on
and
fresh
then
tires.
that restart was very spicy.
Yeah, I think Puff said that in the chat. It was spicy. I was like, oh man, yeah, it was. And then Eric crashed into the safety car while it was parked there, waiting to collect T-Money. He crashed into it. He came out of the first chicane and around started I don't know. He just didn't see it.
Yeah, I'm glad his car was
drove right
ghosted,
into it.
because I would have had to drive on the
right
grass
in
to
the
go around him.
Yeah, and he was having a hell of a race too. He was up in 5th or 6th or something. It was a pretty good drive, you know.
Also,
PDC was excellent tonight too.
Yeah, I'm a bit bummed about the second safety car, because Wolfsburg was doing really well.
Yeah.
We're gonna get some great points. Axon was nowhere. 'Cause
Yeah. Wolfsburg was in a great
he
spot.
had his things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wolfsburg's in a great spot, but obviously, this is Harry's first time up in the booth, so I'm gonna pass the mic to him and see if he wants
Hello.
to ask any questions.
No, it's not. It's not his first time actually. He's been here as he was on the podium. I think it was
I
P2.
have been on the
Yeah, that's different though.
Yeah.
We're that's like us talking down through a radio,
Yeah.
this is Harry's in the booth tonight. He's up here with me,
I'm
Yeah.
just giving a
up on my
shout-out.
high horse.
Arrow only wanted to point out that I've only been on the podium once. In
Yeah,
Tucson,
yeah, I know.
but,
He's sneaky like
Still
that.
made it.
be up there.
It's
It's
that's
the
how
first
that's how
step. You just
Canadians.
not-
So,
Don't
you know,
take
I'm
this
going to
up.
ask T-Money about his race.
Alright.
I will say, T-Money, I had some hope for you after that second safety car, and was hoping you could pull away from Arrow there, but you did a good job holding on to the podium on those old tires. How'd you feel out there?
I mean, they didn't feel that bad, but I don't know. When I thought maybe I'd take a chance, stay out front. Maybe I could have held him off for a little bit or stayed closer, but I didn't really. Once he got past me, though, that was the end of that. And then the battle with Axton towards the end, him losing the car on the last, heading into the last lap, that kind of made my race right there, because he definitely would have passed me, because he was right on me, and I probably would have ended up finishing third. But in the end, though, Red Bull #1 team, we got the best engine out here.
Yeah, you guys.
Yeah,
it looks
I
like
agree.
in the
I mean,
constructors.
the Honda powered engine is just superior to everything else.
It is.
I
You
mean,
guys
Sure
are looking
is.
great.
I mean,
you're
look
gonna
at that.
pass up. You're gonna pass up the
No.
Baby Bulls and the constructors championship.
The Baby
so,
Bulls,
That's good
yes.
That's good for Red
I
Bull.
know. Yeah, like I said, it was a bit of a relief at the end to at least finish second, but
Yeah.
it was a really good race by Arrow, though. I mean, pretty much the whole entire time from start to finish, minus those safety cars and VSCs, which they weren't really annoying, but they definitely made the race more interesting.
Oh yeah.
And even getting bunched back up, I mean, Arrow was he was faster the whole time. So
It's a lot better than just green flag the whole race.
if it would have
If
been
it's
green
necessary.
flagged, yeah, if we would have been green flagged the whole entire time, that second, or was it? I think it was the second safety car. I was ahead of, I think, Pace by 17 seconds. So
Yeah.
I mean, we we probably could have ran a few more laps and then came in, regardless of the safety car, because then Arrow was even further in front of me.
Yeah.
But like I said, the safety cars definitely made it more interesting. But man, if every race is going to be like this, though, you're definitely going to have to think more about strategy.
Yeah. I think you might be able to get away with gambling on strategies as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. Obviously, we'll see how it goes over the next couple of weeks, and we can have a discussion about it if it seems excessive. But I think the reasoning, the first safety car seemed a bit weird, but
Yeah.
the second one,
'Cause we
there's a
weren't
car
even into
parked
turn
backwards on the
one.
wrong part of the track, and
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. It just doesn't make sense.
Because me and Arrow, we were practically side by side, going
Yeah.
into like corner 1, and then because the first, I don't know, yeah, that was a safety car lap 1.
Yep.
Yeah, right at the braking zone that came out.
Yeah.
And then there was like a big collision on the end of the safety car, and then nothing happened, and they just like ended the safety car, and I was like, the guy just crashed. Like, why are you like ending safety car now?
Let's
you
go for
idiots?
let's
Like,
go for another 3 laps.
It's just like, yeah, like it was like, I mean, really, like though, if the logic is there, it shouldn't have ended the safety car. Like, but it's not clearly. Like, it's the same old shit with them, like it always is.
Yeah. But
I don't know.
what
We'll
is the
see.
max? Like, isn't it 5? You
Yeah.
can get 5 safety cars?
No, 5 safety cars in a 100% race. 4 in
I thought it was 6. It's 6 for 100.
That's what I thought too.
It's
Well, then
two
it's
for 25, 5 for 50, and 6.
It should be like 4 for 50, not 5.
Yeah.
It should. Yeah, their scaling doesn't make a lot of
No.
a lot of
I
sense.
don't even understand why it's a thing anyway.
And
like,
it's always 3 laps too, which is
Yeah. Which in a 50%, like this race tonight, we had 2 safety cars, which is 6 laps out of the 27,
Yeah.
essentially. Which kind of takes away, like, a lot of the... I mean, it takes away a lot of laps that you could potentially be actually fighting with somebody for a spot.
yeah,
But,
yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, yeah.
It's hard to say. I don't know. We'll have to see how it shakes out over the next little while. I mean, if they put this patch in like really late into the life of the game, I hope that they're willing to tweak it if it doesn't seem like it's perfect, because
It's probably just a test for next year, but all I gotta say is if we had 2 safety cars at Monza, let's wait for Monaco.
yeah. Monaco, it's going to be the whole damn race is under safety car probably, unless we have a parade. So qualifying is going to be really important next week, because we might just be driving around and behind a Mercedes all night. Oh my
Pretty
God.
much.
Oh,
That I wouldn't
didn't think
doubt.
of that. Well, at least... oh, God.
At least on the off chance
At least
that you
people
actually
won't have
do
to
break
feel
a
like they're
lane
out of the
speed.
race, you know? Like,
Yeah.
at least Monaco
Oh,
will be
yeah.
kind of interesting that way if everybody's close. But
know,
we're really gonna have to have a lesson this week about how to drive under the
Yeah.
safety car, I think, because
Yeah, the second safety car, you should have heard how happy Axton was when that came out.
yeah, I imagine.
It's just like, yes,
Yeah,
he was cheering.
he was having a rough
Arrow
go.
Arrow called before the race that we'd have a safety car on lap 4, and I called that we'd have one with 8 laps left in the race.
It's pretty close.
mine was also more specific than that.
Yeah,
I said lap 4 with someone retiring in the pit lane.
Yes.
You thought that would
yeah.
cause a safety car?
Yes.
I saw
that's
it last
what I
year,
very
and
little
it does
faith.
cause it.
It does cause it.
Yeah, it can cause
It
it.
can.
Someone,
Yeah. Because your car goes
Because your
back
car
out.
comes out on the track.
yeah.
Oh God, I hate this game.
Yeah.
I really
mean,
do.
Like,
It'll be great when
if
it's
you're gonna
finished.
if you're gonna go into the pits and retire, like you'd almost just be better off like finding some like at Monza for an example, like you'd almost be better off just like pulling off like before, like on the very last corner. Like you might as well just go like straight, park it over there, and then retire, and because like your car will probably he'll back up
The
and then,
car will go back on the track and go past the pit lane and then
That's
go
what I
to the
thought.
side. That's what
Really?
will happen. Yep.
Yeah.
it goes past the pit lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
That-
you
that's
park your
it.
car in a spot that you would be able to retire, it just keeps going.
This game's really dumb. But I'm going to wrap this up because we're definitely dragging this conversation out a little bit, and I want to get this broadcast wrapped up for the night. So thanks for stopping in, guys. Appreciate it as always. Thanks for Harry for
problem.
being here tonight. This is your first time, and you did pretty well. I think it'd be a pleasure to have you alongside us every time you're available. I think I'm not too sure who's going to be around most weeks from now on, but I'll be here. And probably just maybe do a little rotation. We'll get a little Sky Sports thing going on here and
Yeah, that'd be
just
great.
rotate people through the booth. But yeah,
What track are we at next?
Monaco.
Monaco.
Supposed to lead into it.
Silence.
Wah, wah, wah.
Lead into it. I gave you the opening.
What am I supposed to say something in Monegasque or?
It's okay. You're supposed to like have a little spiel and go into. We're at Monaco next week.
Oh yeah. Anyways,
yeah,
guys,
like,
next
oh,
week
we're
we're
at
at Monaco. We'll be back with a broadcast at 8 p.m. Tier 1 is obviously Monday nights. That's 8 p.m. as well. So Monaco next week. Yeah. Gonna be
February
interesting.
5th.
Yep. There'll be the
Oh,
Super
do you
Bowl this
wanna-
weekend as well.
Do we want to mention our addition?
Oh. Should I?
Yes.
Well, yeah. So we'd like to announce that we are starting a European tier as well. So obviously, if anybody's watching here from Europe, I doubt it, but if you are a European driver watching this broadcast and you're interested in driving here, just try to find a way on our socials or something to get a hold of us, and we can maybe get you integrated. But we are starting a Euro division. We actually have quite a few people signed up already. So to be honest with you, I'm pretty sure it's going to be full probably within a few weeks once we reach out to the parties we're interested in racing with us, because we do have some friends that know others that could race, and it's going to be fun for sure. So that's going to be going on Sunday nights. It'll be 10 p.m. UK time, around 5 p.m. Eastern time here in North America. So we might have a couple of North America guys filling in for a bit, driving there. We're not really sure what we're going to do for commentary and whatnot at the moment. We're probably going to have some people available, though, because we do have quite a few people interested in commentary here. We've got lots of people that have done it and they're comfortable doing so. So I think we'll be able to get the right coverage on it once we get it rolling. But yeah, keep an eye out for that. That's going to be starting February 15th, and hopefully we'll be able to have a nice stream for that every week as well. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. This has been Zenith Online Racing, and this has been Tier 2 Thursday nights. I am Bigga. Harry Hotspur alongside me this evening. We'll see who's alongside me next week. Thank you for tuning in. Good night.
Have a good night.